Well, hello again. You know, the other day, my last video I made a comment about towards the end of it, that them fellers back there in Washington, D.C., most of them don't seem to have any morals. Well, I don't think that's right. I got to thinking about that, and they do have morals. Only trouble is, they're not the good morals. They're the evil morals. You know, I was talking about them two churches, Church of God and the Church of the Devil. Well, most of them guys back there in Washington, D.C. must be in that Church of the Devil. I can't say for certain. You know, that's a... seems like. I got to thinking about that. The things they're doing. You know, years ago, when I was young, I used to read about these people. Well, they're in the Bible too, the Old Testament, about the people that got the things that happened. They'd have a big volcano go off somewhere. They were afraid a volcano was going off. They'd have a trembler of an earthquake someplace, or they'd have different things, you know. And so they'd run out and they'd throw babies and virgins into volcanoes, or they'd put them on a pulpit and sacrifice these children and these women, these virgins and that to the whatever god they were praying to. I got to thinking about that, and then I got to thinking of them mighty monuments that everybody's building all over the place. There's such an eyesore. You know, them great big propellers up there moving around, smacking into the bats and the eagles and stuff. You know, you got that EPA back there that's all on about this pollution of stuff. And then you got that, whatever that was, that Sierra Club used to be. I know that was one of them. Was out there in the ocean trying to protect the whales and everything. But they're into all this green stuff now. Well, if you sit there and you look, and they take up 340 acres of what they call desert land, and put up them great big ugly solar things and solar cells. And there's some places, I guess, that they build, I don't know, I haven't seen one, but in that, there was a movie that was made about some place over in Africa. They had this place that was supposed to be doing away, destroying toxic chemicals. But what they were doing is they were destroying some and burying some, and the some that they were burying was leaking into the river. But it was, that solar collector they had was all mirrors that aimed and concentrated heat on this big tower. I guess they got them kind too. But you know, I got thinking about all these big windmills they're building out in the ocean now and everything. Aren't those some of them graven images? Some of them gods? Well, they're destroying environments of different kinds and doing it. And that's what Satan does. That's the devil's work, is destroying what God created. So, I wonder sometimes. You know, I've heard there ain't no cure for stupid. As far as I've ever seen in this lifetime, I've even done some stupid things. And when I thought about it, there wasn't no cure for it. It was just stupid. So that's different than dumb. There are people that can't learn because they got some kind of disability with their head. You know, they just can't learn right. But they can learn certain things, and if people was smart enough to be able to find out what those things are and to teach them. You know, everybody can be a benefit to society. Everybody. Don't care. All these things about Down syndrome. Look at how well some of those children do. Some of them, when they get to be adults, look at how wonderful they can do. And different things. There's all kinds of stuff. Well, look at that guy that was the actor that was in that Back to the Future movie. He got Parkinson's disease. That took him out of being physically able to do a lot of stuff. But look how much good and that he's done since then. See, but it was mostly on a personal effort, I would imagine, because people always go, oh no, they can't do that. They can't do it the way we want them to do it. Well, if you help them so they can do it the way they can do it, it's the rest of us that are stupid. It's not them. Okay, but anyway, this morals thing about that government back there, I got to thinking about that. If you look around, look at all the stuff that's being destroyed. Look at that Constitution. Go read those Federalist Papers. Go read those anti-Federalist writings that those guys came up with. The one was to get the Constitution ratified in New York newspapers. That was where it was published. The other was to get to keep the Constitution from being ratified because it had the flaws in it that history has proved created the mess we got now. It was the flaws in there that created the Civil War. The flaws in there that created Woodrow Wilson and that created the Federal Reserve Bank, that created FDR. It was the flaws in there. Even the flaws in that Constitution and the way criminally corrupted things happened to it that caused the Great Depression. Just go study. Pay attention. Look. Read. Study. Think about it. Don't believe that preacher up there that says, why, I'm the great so-and-so. I'm the head man in the Democratic Party. Or, hey, I'm the great so-and-so. I'm the big mouthpiece in the Republican Party. Don't listen to all that crap. Them people down below, them senators and them representatives, pay attention to what they're after. They're a member of a mob. They're made people in that mob. Just like the old Godfather movie and stuff. That's what's going on. They don't represent, those representatives in Congress don't represent the 435 districts in the 50 sovereign states. They represent the Democratic Party or the Republican Party. That president doesn't represent the people. He doesn't enforce the laws. He's not the sheriff enforcing the laws that Congress makes. He's enforcing the laws that the parties make for whatever profitable, powerful thing they're trying to install to control the people. Think about it. Read, study, pay attention, critically think. Get that brain in order. You might be surprised what you find out without looking very hard. I listened to a thing not too long ago, a day or so ago, that Sarah Huckabee, that governor down there in Arkansas, where she was talking about the things she was going to write one of these that they write and make it law. It's the rule now because the governor or the president wrote it. That really ain't right, but and she's keeping Arkansas, and she's kind of telling Biden to take his Title IX rewrite and shove it, and a couple other things. I know there's a few people in this country that are still patriotic, Constitution supporting, legal citizens. It's good to know. Well, have a good day. May God bless you.